Hello, friends. This is funny because I know that this backlit kind of turns me a little bit into kind of a shadow figure. And I just wanted you to be having an opportunity to look at how lush things are here in the Pacific Northwest currently. It's cold. We had a couple days where it was in the 60s, and it's no longer there. And I noticed how my shoulders just raise up when I'm cold. And just going to make sure that this is recording, and it is. So it's been a while, I think maybe over a week. My housemate, stepdaughter, has returned from her international choreographic shenanigans. It's an Irish term. I don't know what it means, but I mean, she basically dances for a living. It's like me doing healing work for a living. Like, what's your favorite thing to do? It's healing work. What do you do for a living? Healing work. It's like, what's your favorite thing to do? Dance. What do you do for a living? Dance. How many people get to do their favorite thing and make a living, make an income, have some income? Who knows if they make a living? Whatever a living is. Okay, so I'm going to see what happens when I move this closer. Kind of a rocking chair that it's on. Okay. So there's a couple things that are going on right now. So I think that I'll go ahead and do this in this fashion. So let's set up a healing field. State out loud, if you want to, that I connect with my deep self. I connect with my higher self. I connect with my highest self. I ground myself into the healing center of the earth. And I open myself up to the healing power of the One. And I choose to let go of anything no longer useful to me now. And if you want support in your healing process, if you're not already healed, that's another matter. But you want support, you can choose, state out loud, I choose to work with the Hathors. And they just make healing easier. I ask that we be placed in a field of protection while we do this work, and I ask the higher self to take us through the portal of time to the event. That one right there. If you can feel it. That event. That would be of the highest good to release and integrate at this time. And it's a big one. It got big energy. And I invite all souls that were affected by this event to return to the event, to release and integrate the energy of the event for themselves. And I ask that they be placed in a field of protection while they do their work. And upon our arrival at the event, I ask the higher self to assist us to release and integrate all energies of the event gently and easily, fully and completely, on all levels, and through all space and time. Yesterday, which was Friday, so in the Mayan calendar, the week begins on Friday, and it's 4 weeks. And so every month begins on a Friday. It's the first day of the month. And the last day of the month is a Thursday. First day of the week is a Friday. Last day of the week is a Thursday. So yesterday was a blue cosmic storm day. And the Fridays have to do with the crown chakra. And yesterday was a galactic activation portal. I was trying to put my head up a little higher in the picture, but it kind of took the water away, so I changed it back. And today, so I'm a red dragon, and my wife is a yellow sun. So the yellow sun is the 0 and the 20, the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end. So everything begins with the yellow sun and everything completes with the yellow sun. Kind of like the day. The day begins with the sun, completes with the sun. And that's that 0. It just goes round and round. And Saturdays, so my wife is a yellow sun, and today is her birthday, and on her birthday, like every 20 years, your kin, which hers is yellow sun, is also the kin on your birthday, because there's 20 kin. So today happens to be her birthday, and also a day of the yellow magnetic sun. Also, today is the beginning of another 13-day cycle of the lunar tones. And yesterday was the first day of the 11th month of the 13 months of the year. So we've begun the 11th month. And it's the spectral tone, and it's the moon of liberation. And it's about dissolving, releasing, and liberating ourselves into a different consciousness, which produces a different world. Because when our consciousness changes, our perception of the world changes. And whether or not the world actually changes, who knows? But if you change, it changes the world. And this is the first month of liberation following the completion of the 28-year cycle of cleansing that we completed on March 24th of 2025. It was 28 years. It started on March 23rd of 1997. And it's been cleansing ever since. So today is a yellow magnetic Sunday, and of course, tomorrow is a red dragon day. So it's not my birthday tomorrow, but it's my kin day tomorrow. And so the yellow magnetic sun, the magnetic tone is the first tone of the 13 lunar tones, and magnetic is tone 1. And the magnetic tone is about unity, attracting, and purpose. And the words under tone 1 are, all things are the differentiation of one infinity. Tone 1 represents the source of creation, the indivisible essence of all that is. In the unified whole of life, nothing is outside of the one. Awakening to the inherent unity of all things can expand one's sense of purpose. We realize we are each an expression of totality, embodying a unique and essential contribution. When seeking our purpose, we find it is alive, encoded within us. It's one with who we are. It calls to us cellularly, and it nudges us through obvious attractions that draw our attention. Oh, what does she do for a living? She dances, and she choreographs dancers. What does she love? Dancing and choreographing dancers. What do I do for a living? Healing work. What do I love? Healing work. That's why I do it. I love it. And here it is. It's one with who we are. It calls us to us cellularly, and it nudges us through obvious attractions that draw our attention. Once we have unified with our purpose, we naturally magnetize that which supports its unfoldment. From the vast realms of infinite possibility, all is attainable. As we open to receive from Source, I don't know if they're going to talk about it here, but the Mayan people felt like the central sun was the one consciousness out of which all of our consciousness arises. And it was referred to as the Hunab Ku. The central sun is the Hunab Ku. As we open to receive from Source, from the Hunab Ku, the Source which provides all resources and synchronistic opportunity are gracefully attracted. We find that others are drawn to the same cause, and we are never alone on this journey. Oneness decrees there's only one moment, the ever-changing now. As the now shifts, so must purpose transform as the moment directs. No purpose is too small. Every act serves the grand weaving of reality. In a continuous stream of energy, not a single movement can be insignificant. Ultimately, when investigating what our purpose is, let us know true purpose must serve the oneness. We all serve the oneness by serving the now with sincerity and heart. I found that to be beautiful to read. Okay, on this yellow magnetic Sunday, the sun, yellow, is about the south in terms of direction. It's the south. It's about ripening. It's about coming into its wholeness. The yellow sun is about the crown chakra, where the white and the golden light come through our crown and then go through our central canal and out our feet into the earth. While that light is going through us, we are experiencing the light. We are experiencing our original source, the central sun, that's coming through us and warming the earth and warming us. The yellow sun is about enlightening. It's about universal fire, and it's about life. And there's a quote from Hafiz. One day the sun admitted, "I'm just a shadow. I wish I could show you the infinite incandescence that has cast my brilliant image. I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. Maybe you even feel that, the astonishing light of your own being. Yellow sun provokes us to honor the solar life force that sustains our planetary whole. As our local star, the sun is the lens through which we receive radiant emanations of energy information transmitted from the center of the galaxy, the Hunab-Ku. Let us receive the majesty of this universal fire, that it may ignite and enlighten our inner sun, solar plexus, our internal source of divine light. May we awaken to the precious reality of who we truly are. Sparks of the same great fire of life which illuminates eternity. Yellow sun signifies both 0 and 20, presenting a union of formless potential and formed wholeness, nothingness and totality. 0 is empty, so that it may hold everything. When we hold to nothing, no prides or fears, we consciously merge with life's totality. By releasing all the layers of personal identification and conditioning, we can rest in the sacred emptiness of our essence, pure life. Forgoing the attainment of concepts of enlightenment, we can discover our true nature is enlightened. Let us release the striving for betterment and accept the awesome actuality that already is. Allow the universal fire to burn away doubt and debate. All questions are answered by the searing truth of that which we've always been, the big 0. It doesn't say big, but I saw the 0 and I thought the big 0. Formless consciousness, wholeness. From Dogon, a 13th century Zen master, Dogon said, "To let the self be awakened by all things is enlightenment." To be awakened or awake for all things. One more time. This is the month of Tone 11, the Spectral Moon of Liberation, about dissolving, releasing, and liberating. One of the people that was a master with the Mayan calendar and the whole Mayan tradition, I think he had his doctorate in Mayan studies. His name was Jose Arguelles, and you've heard of Pakal Votan, who was a sage king, prophet. He was the sage king of the Mayan people from 603 to 683. And Jose Arguelles is Velam Votan. So I don't know if he's an incarnation of Pakal Votan, but he's the one that really brought more of this consciousness into my awareness in the 80s, was when I began becoming aware of this whole Mayan calendar and its kind of prophecy. And so here's what Jose Arguelles says, and this is kind of the quote for the month of liberation. To see clearly, you must continuously detach from yourself. The actual you is a moving force and not any personality or conditioned state of being, though it might appear otherwise to the fixated world. Not only is today a yellow magnetic sun, but today is also the fourth of the 13 auspicious days that Paco Votan were written in his cave, I think in which he was buried as well. But he had 13 days that show up on the same day every year in a 260-day cycle. So every 260 days, a cycle is completed, and the calendar is made to match the Pope Gregory calendar in terms of, 365 days a year. But it starts on July 26th of every year and completes on the 24th, and the 25th is a day without time. So today was one of the auspicious days of Paco Votan. We have, on Tuesday, we have a galactic activation portal. We also have one on Tuesday, May 6th, also on the May 13th and the 14th, galactic activation portals. And then this month has a lot of power going. So on Tuesday, May 20th, there is the fifth auspicious day of Paco Votan. On Wednesday, May 21st, there is a galactic activation portal and the sixth day of Paco Votan, sixth auspicious day. And then Friday, May 23rd, is the seventh auspicious day of Paco Votan. And in the 260-day cycle, there's only 13 of these, and they happen kind of bam, 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 bam. In the really early part of the 260-day cycle, we get most of them, at least up to 10 of the 13. And then we have a new moon on Monday, May 26th, and another galactic activation portal on the 27th. So this is this month, Mayan month, so May 2nd to May 29th, and then the next Mayan month will be month 12, which will go from May 30th through June 26th. And there's a lot of activity, galactic activation portals, DNA changing, auspicious days of Paco Votan. So a lot of that's going on this month and next month. So they should be very enlightening days. They should be days in which you find yourself more and more present with what is. I think that's all I'm going to say for this video. I'm glad I actually got around to making one. I hope you like my little cap, and I think I've got my Lake Crescent cap on. And my wife is celebrating her birthday with her daughter. Her daughter has taken her to Lake Crescent, which is this on the Olympic Peninsula, and it's just these ancient woods with this giant lake with these snow-capped mountains in the background. I imagine it's kind of like going to Switzerland, Heidi, and there's this moss-covered trees and this hike up the mountain to this waterfall and zigzagging up and down this rocky trail. It's pretty challenging. But they'll be back tomorrow, and they're having a lovely time. I've gotten lots of pictures. I'm home caring for cats, which I'm almost always home caring for cats, so it's no different in my life. All right, that's it for today. One last thing. I was wishing that I could have more time with the Thomas Hubel course on ancestral healing codes. I just felt like it went too fast, even though it was 5 months long, but it just felt like I wasn't as present as I would have liked to have been, even though a lot of changes took place. But I was wishing I could work with it more, and I've begun working with it more. But I was just invited into a group that's going to be on Sundays, in the morning on Sundays, and it's led by a person in Germany. And so I'm getting to do exactly what I was picturing myself doing or hoping to be able to do, but nobody was setting it up, and then somebody set it up. And so now tomorrow will be my first day. And I'll maybe let you know how it goes. And there's a lot of things that I would like to talk about, but I would prefer just getting this video out before it takes too long to process it, to upload it. So that'll be it. And it's lovely to be back with you. And I hope you like the scenery in the background. And we'll talk soon.